special sauce there.
Yeah. Reacher's just dumb as hell. That's what I'm liking about it.
Yeah, well, they like Big Reacher though, right? Now they've got like
bigger Reacher. Yeah,
is he all that was planned, or is he like a stunt? Was he like is he a mini boss, or is he a season long? How do I beat the bigger Reacher?
He's there the whole season. No, he's a season. They're gonna get rid of him in either the penultimate or the last episode. But he's just a big dumb guy.
Yeah. He's there to show that Reacher's power is not in his bigness. It's in that he's big with a brain, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's gonna beat him with his wit.
Yeah. The first thing he does is tricks him into punching himself in the face. But
I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna do that Bruce Lee kind of like shit.
Yeah. Well, it's like
where half of it's you playing yourself,
Yeah. But and then the other half is just
punching people, knocking out doors. I imagine that he busts through drywall like all at a time. Like you just see his whole figure, just like the Kool-Aid.
Oh, he hasn't done that this season. I feel like that probably happened though.
Yeah, or he pulls a bank vault door off of its hinges or something like that. It's something fantastic.
He's pulled doors off of there was one where he's trying to in this season he's trying to get into like a bizarre or Bizarre Bazaar is the name of the rug company that's a front.
Oh, the Bizarre Bazaar. Okay, I got it.
Bizarre Bazaar, but it's just an awful Boston accent that this British actress is doing.
I forgot they have like a comedy accent on the show this season.
I mean, it's not supposed to be a comedy accent. She thinks she's doing a Boston accent, but she's like, "We gotta go down there to Bazaar. Teresa, it's up to me because I put her in harm's way, and you go down there to Bazaar. I don't know.
I love it.
It's pretty that because I'll take a little time off from watching it, and then I'll pop it back on, and then that accent just comes back in there, and then you get used.
Is she only on this season, or is she a recurring character?
Yeah, they basically give him a new cop or lady friend in every season.
Yeah, I watched an episode of Reacher 1. But then I also watched that, what was it called, like Black Rain or Rebel Ridge. Yeah. Like it's kind of the same movie. So I was like,
season 1 is Rebel Ridge, except
it's
like
Rebel Ridge pilled, yeah.
Except like Rebel Ridge, it's a black man who can't kill a cop or he's fucked, and this one it's a huge white guy that just kills everybody.
Yeah,
because he can.
He's just a big dude. So the big dude is the big boss, or is there like a smart?
There's a smart guy that
Matthew Modine behind it all, or something.
No, it's like a tough Asian guy that Reacher killed.
Tony Leung is on Reacher.
Yeah, and I killed that guy, but then he gets amnesia and forgets that Reacher killed him, and he fell off a cliff or something, and is like, but. Oh, it's from the book.
Oh, you know what? Jackie Chan, I mean, he doesn't want to make American movies anymore, but he's probably game to do that. I bet Jackie Chan could be a good enemy of Reacher.
Yeah.
If he had to take down classic, Kung Fu, or like the Raid guys, both of them. You get the Raid guys.
Well,
that's what I'm pitching. Reacher season 4. Reacher's got to fight the Raid guys. That would be fun. I would play that video game.
It would be fun.
It would be like a beat 'em up. Me, you, and there'd be 4 guys around the two buttons, punch, kick.
Right.
Yeah.
Reacher isn't a show that relies on the nice fight choreography though. It's just like it's dumb big guy punching a guy. And
not until you bring the Raid guys on to fight Reacher. That would be amazing.
It would be. I'm just saying, I don't know if they have the budget for it.
And he would have. Well, what are those Raid guys up to? None of their ideas work. They'd love to be on this.
Yeah, right.
So, and one's rather old. The old one is old, but because I think he's a teacher of the other one. Like kung fu.
Okay.
In reality, I think he's the kung fu teacher of the other one. But I think like if he had to fight those two little fucking Indonesian motherfuckers, like you punching him with both of his arms, and it's like it would be like Thanos when Mantis and Spider-Man had Thanos for a second. Yeah, that would be. I would like that.
Yeah. Well, it would be like they start punching him, and he'd be like, "Oh, I don't feel that. I'm a big, huge, strong." And then they start stabbing him with little knives. And he's go, "Oh, fuck!"
No, they get him with those bone. They do them bone breaking things that they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, props. You can bring props in. they could get and do a little gun kata. There was a little gun kata in the raid too. So yeah, like it could be or gun kata. Maybe Reacher fights gun kata.
Oh yeah.
Some guy who looks like what's his name? Shit, Christian Bale from Equilibrium. Yeah. And Tay Diggs, I think that was his name.
I think that was Tay Diggs.
Yeah, and they're wearing those. They're dressed like Neo from the Matrix.
Right. But I'm just saying they have to get new choreographers and cinema and pay a little bit more money for the blocking and the stage craft.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah. Here you go. You cast what's AC Slater? Slater. What's his name? Paul.
Oh, Mario.
No, the other one.
Paul Gosselaar.
You hire Mike Paul Gosselaar, but he's like John Wick. Like he's not John Wick, but he's like John Wick, and someone sticks John Wick on the Reacher, right. And half the season is John Reacher versus John Wick. But like any good Batman versus Superman comic book or superhero versus superhero comic book, they realize that their main villain has worked against them, and then they got to team up to fight. The guys from the raid. I don't know.
Get Lee Childs on the phone to put another airport thriller out.
Oh, these are all pre-written. I forgot these are books.
Yeah. These are all like airport thriller books with a big dude.
I like the Reacher. Reacher's in the right column of pulp.
Mm-hmm.
And so he should do pulpy things. He should, we don't have comic books anymore. You should fight the Hulk or something. Like, he's
already fighting bigger Reacher.
Bigger Reacher. So you're going to have to do something different. And so, or they could do a spooky season where he has to fight a Michael Myers type slasher kind of thing. That would be a good idea.
The thing is, in every season, if I'm going to spoil something about Reacher for you, it's always guns.
Yeah.
The big mystery of what the bad guy's doing, he's always running guns.
I guess it's really
they're always running guns every time. It's going to be running guns.
Never fentanyl.
There was.
They don't want to get it into
the first season. There were drugs and guns, probably.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a small town that got brought in by this cartel or somebody to run guns and drugs. Second season was all, it was like, we're going to get drones that can take out, or special things that can take out an airplane with there's, I don't know, it's magic drones that we're going to do something. And then the third one is like, are they selling carpets or drugs? No, it's guns again.
I could see
spoilers.
That. Yeah. I'm never gonna watch a Reacher.
You're really missing out.
I'm not gonna say I'm never gonna watch a Reacher, but if I ever watch a Reacher, I won't give a shit what the movie is.
If you ever do, I'm not spoiling anything.
It ain't like The White Lotus for me.
No, there's no.
I would watch it because he's fighting the guys from the raid, or Paul Gosselaar is playing a John Wick clone. That would make me happy. Does he have a former A-list comedy sidekick? Like, couldn't they pair him up with Jason Mantzoukas or like Aziz Ansari or one of these
he's got a new
one of these millennial era comedians that probably are getting hungry right now. They can't afford them $20 Erewhon strawberries.
Right. The show's not nuanced enough for that. Like, he gets a new sidekick in the first season. It's like
he doesn't have a comedy sidekick. That's old vaudeville shit. You give the.
I know. Well, They gave him a Carlton in the first season.
Yeah.
But then the second season, it's all his team from back in the army, and the one.
It's just a bunch of fucking jarheads.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Then the third one, it's like at Feds, and the sister from
Lot 49. Yeah.
Lodge 49 with the worst Boston accent. That's what keeps me going back to the show.
He needs a comedy partner.
You know, that accent's the comedy partner.
Seth Green. Seth Green, what's he doing? These guys that have podcasts, maybe they can make more podcasts than they can make on Reacher.
Yeah. Seth Green would fit the vibe.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Reacher Toad. Yeah.
I mean, you're not, like, I was about to say this one name, but this guy's doing really good in Hollywood right now. But I've always thought of if you needed Seth Green but elevated, you always went for Steve Zahn.
Oh yeah.
But now Steve Zahn is like hot shit in Hollywood. So
yeah. He's not gonna do a Reacher. He's
He's getting his own. The only way he would do that is if they were going back to a short man again. We're putting Steve Zahn.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty good. Steve, I'm trying to think of who I want Strange New Worlds to cast as Bones, because I feel it's coming this year.
Oh, yeah.
And so I think DJ Qualls. Another way they could go, that I think I would actually enjoy it, is Thomas Lennon could play Bones.
All right.
Yeah, like
I'd like to see him try it,
and because they would ratify that he's older.
Yeah,
because I do think that's one of the things that's pretty clear on the show. Is he's older than the other two.
Yeah.
And then when they make the movies and everybody's old, it's clear he's the oldest.
He's old. Yeah.
They. Oh my God.
Right.
He had to be hopped up on elderly cocaine or something in those movies. He is falling apart. He looks like shit, and they never give him any major plot lines. Like ever. I don't think he gets a good scene in the first movie. And that's it. He has to do too much acting, let's say, in Search for Spock. And he kind of hits the ceiling of his ability at that age. And then like they just give him like goofy one-liners. Like it's horrible. It's horrible.
Is it as bad as the old age makeup they put him in TNG?
Oh yeah. That was before this actually, because I'm watching. We just finished watching Undiscovered Country.
We're
starting TNG this weekend.
Okay.
Undiscovered Country, and that was after, because Worf plays a lawyer.
Yep.
It's Michael Dorn, and I think he's supposed to be Worf, but that's just wrong.
No, I'm pretty sure he's Worf's, like he's in.
Oh, there's no time travel. He's Worf's dad or something, right?
Yeah, he's Worf's dad. That's what it is. Yeah, he's Worf's ancestor or something.
But, okay,
uncle or something.
Yeah, he's horrible in it too. He's Michael Dorn was a slow burn on getting good at acting, I think. But yeah, no, it's those movies. Even like, because I like Undiscovered Country because it's kind of a sophisticated plot.
Yeah.
But it's still bad. It's still like you're getting like 50% Nicholas Myers. Like, no, because nobody can really, the things that you would do to add action and excitement to a movie, you just can't do with
her a fan dance.
Well,
I know.
That movie was disastrous. But like,
Isn't that in Undiscovered Country?
No, that's in Final Frontier. Every bad thing that you can think of is in Final Frontier. The rocket boots.
Yes, yep. Oh, I've got a lot of fond childhood memories.
Laborious mountain climbing scene of that. The row your boat, and then the row your boat reprise. Are in that. It's the worst. Cybok, the can dance. The most Chekhov, so too much Chekhov. It's real bad. There's almost no Chekhov in the last movie, which is good. I guess the only thing I can say good about the movies is that I like Spock in the movies.
Yeah.
Like there's something about the way he plays that man at that age That
he's different. He's a different Spock.
Yeah.
And he knows to do it different too. So it's like it works.
It's like a lot of his kind of know-it-allness takes a backseat to like wisdom in a lot of the scenes, and so it's kind of cool. And I think it's probably because he was directing so many of the movies, and or didn't want to be doing them. So I don't think that he was ever like ambitious in the movies or like wanting more to do. Like I think directing was enough for him.
Right.
And then Shatner, oh my god, when he got the camera, oh my god. That was ugh. And you could tell it's just like everything that like, you know, like you've been in bad plays, you've been in bad rehearsals. You know just what low energy like rehearsals look like, and it's like what you're watching, and you're just like, oh my god, you want to take that again, Kirk? Like what the fuck? Like that was, I think a horror flubbed her line in that. Like it was so stupid. And it's got like drunk person logic. It was put together by like, wouldn't it be fun if, and then wouldn't it be fun if, and then it wouldn't. It was made like that.
Oh yeah,
like it was made in bits, not like bits as the actors thought it up or something.
Yeah.
But, no, Discovery makes me want Star Trek to die.
It makes me,
I'm watching that. And so, like, I do think that the two things that I gave a shot to in the first go-round with New Trek was the worst. Because I think Discovery is decidedly worse than Strange New Worlds. But so's Picard.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. It's just the amazing thing was how many ways it finds to be worse. Both of them, Picard and Discovery. Because every season they're like, oh, let's pull this out, let's try a different angle, and then halfway 2 episodes later, like, and when I was like, this could work, they're like, this isn't Star Trek enough. Let's try another angle.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what they do in the future, but I know it's going to revolve around Michael Burnham, and I don't want that. But
oh my God, yeah, it will. And you don't.
I said she falls in love. She's got to tell. I know she falls in love with a man named Booker, right?
Booker. Yeah,
and I bet she tells him that she loves him so much, and she would never let him down. And then when he betrays her, I bet you have betrayed me and everything. She's like, but one of the things that I really thought of
is her serious face. You've seen her serious face.
Yeah, and says her like full emotions, like
she's got she's
like in therapy speak.
Book
this, like,
shaking her head. Book, this is just too much for me.
Like they're having a breakthrough. Like everything is a breakthrough. But anyway, I noticed something about Discovery specifically, and a little bit of that too. And I think it's maybe a class or generation issue. I bet that the writers who wrote on Discovery were like yolk sack writers. They went from high school to college. Their parents paid for all of that, so because they obviously couldn't dedicate to studies if they were having to work their way through. And probably came in theater. That's how a lot of people did it, and that's the way you break into Hollywood, do a lot of like little theater shit and troops and improv and all this kind of shit. And they rose up through those ranks. And that was their first, and they got writing on Discovery. They have never worked like a Joe job. But like Roddenberry and all the writers from TNG and all these guys were World War II vets and had like Roddenberry was a cop. Like they had Joe jobs.
They had, yeah.
And so they know what it's like that every time you walk into your office, you don't need to express your full feelings about everyone to them all the time.
Right.
You don't humor all of their veracity all the time. Or
the jobs that they did get for some of them that I remember researching were like CW style streaming, like romance shows that nobody fucking watched.
Yeah, and it's clear. I do think that it's clear that they come from a female sensibilities. Because there are like female sensibility shows. Soap operas would be like the main one.
Right.
You take like a soap opera, and then you take on the opposite end, masculine written shows, you take like WWE.
Yeah.
And somewhere in the middle, like all art kind of gendered wise kind of flows in that sort of spectrum. And this is just more that than that the other thing. You know, it's more feminine, and I'm like, I do think that it's like it's a professional workplace, but it's also like kind of like a joke. You know, like you do have to keep those like work friend vibes.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know if the way younger generations do that. It feels weird, and I hate it.
Right. I mean, you haven't gotten to it, but that was my whole argument for season 4 of Discovery, is that it's the best that show ever got because it finally figured out what it wanted to be and somewhat executes on that. Okay. But what it wanted to be as a show nobody else wants. It's just like a fucking like Regency soap opera in space.
Yeah. So don't they bring on some some Matt Sweeney looking motherfucker in the last season? It's like the number 1 or something like that.
Oh yeah,
some guy looked like he maybe had a meth phase.
Yeah. That guy's
like people like him, right?
I mean, as much as he does. Everybody's fed a plate of shit to eat in those scripts, and he does something. It's like, like Pike, like Anson Mount. I didn't hate at the end of that, and that's a credit to the actor because that season sucks. Everything about that sucked, but he's a good enough actor.
Well, they also brought him in. I felt like maybe they were like, you didn't like what we did with the secret asshole captain.
Yeah.
Well, here, we'll just give you Kirk. And they just basically brought on a do-gooder cowboy, do-gooder Boy Scout Federation guy, and we're like, yes, that's exactly what we wanted. Thank you.
That's exactly what they do. They bring out on a guy who's like, I'm an asshole, but I'm here to do my fucking job. And and you're like, yeah, that's the guy I fucking want. Mm-hmm. And then by the end of it, they're like, but way we do things here is that we're all friends and we understand that we got each other's back. And by the end of it, it's like, yeah, you're right. Friendship does have to solve everything.
Why does everybody have to reaffirm their commitments to each other?
Oh my God.
Why does everybody have to constantly nobody in any other show ever did that. Spock, except for the one time Fox said you are now and will always be my friend, but that was like a special moment. That was weird to Kirk to hear that. Not everybody is like looking longly and in their co-workers' eyes and going, "You are the most important thing to me. We will never let you down.
You got this."
I fucking hate this show.
Let's fly. Oh,
I hate this show. It is the most. And I do think, and I'm not meaning this to be like edgy or anything. I do think that that's what the average American thinks when they think, or the average online American thinks when they hear DEI.
Yeah.
I think that they think of this kind of stuff, and I think that I remember because I was the most corporate job I ever had, where I wasn't like a front face retail, but I was working backstage at the Garden.
Mm-hmm.
In St. Louis, and I had meetings. I had to go to meetings and shit.
Right.
And there were several. I did see this creeping up of more touchy feely language in the workplace.
And
I had to go to I had to talk about people kind of class. I wasn't not me. It's not like you have to go to not like I said something bad. They didn't send me to this class, but we all had to go to this
James,
class.
You got to go to the rubber room. You said some shit you got to take back.
Yeah. I needed to take the racial sensitivity class or whatever that was called. Right. No, I didn't have to do that. In the office. When they send Larry Wilmore to the office.
Oh.
No, not that, but I did see a little bit of creeping of this kind of language. And I guess, this seems like a parody of that. But it is real bad. This show's real bad.
It real bad, yeah.
It real bad, man. I don't know. And there's nothing to like. I hate every character, but they're running around so fast. And they're talking so fast. And nothing makes sense. I think they're talking fast so that we don't notice that it doesn't make sense. And
it doesn't. I get so sometimes. Yeah. Oh man, don't get me started on what that doesn't. Yeah. Oof.
And then,
I want you to watch the rest of it because just to suffer with oh man.
Because there's a comfort, there's a coziness. We're watching Voyager, which is only Berman era stuff I'm watching right now,
right?
Or have been watching, and there's like, you turn it on and it's got a little teaser and then the intro plays and you can take a piss or whatever because the Paramount app sucks and you can't skip the intro. And then when you sit down, you notice it immediately. We talked about this on the episode 9 when you get that. It's got that lulling sound in the background, and somebody walks into the room. Yeah, and then they have a nice banter, and they talk, and they have a joke, and it sets up an intriguing mystery, and they feed you backstory through conversation, and it's all like it's nice. It's nice. It's nice when a TV show does that, and then you can go about your space mystery. But,
right.
But Tilly never comes in and says like two funny things. She's got to be she's got to be too much all the time. Burnham is just the worst character. She has like no fucking chill.
No, they can't. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
She is like a bad girlfriend in Friends. She's like so intense and like, it's only like it's a character in a scenario you introduce so that you can take her out of the scenario and everybody would make fun of her. Like she's so overcooked. Who wants to be that tense? Who can relate to that? Who wants to relate to that?
Yeah, no, they can't.
This is like fucking gum chewing, fucking coked out, like just emotionless.
They can't figure out what her deal is, but the one time they actually get close to do it, I was like, your problem is you care too much. Basically, it's like, oh my God.
Yeah, it's just like. Yes, it's like it's a comedy. It's too much. And I don't know why they didn't see that to begin with. I don't know why she, as an actress, doesn't see it in herself and pull back some. Well,
they gave her EP credit after a while because for some reason they decided that you have to treat your leads in Star Trek like they know what's best for that character. Like nobody does. Only Spock knew that.
No one really watched this, right?
I mean, I don't.
Did they keep it abreast this long just out of pride? Or to make it more...
A little bit. They got the engagement metrics online were very good.
Those are paid for. Yeah.
But
okay.
Yeah, but that's the only thing they ever had to talk about. Like, they weren't talking about their streaming numbers for it, but they're like, the social engagement on Twitter and when people wrote shitty articles about it. Like, I knew one guy that I had as a guest on the show that wrote for... one of the chum sites that just puts out all this stuff, and
and now AI writes that shit. Yeah,
right.
All these guys lost their jobs to a program.
Yeah, like he was on. He was a guest on the podcast a few times. Like he's like, oh, I interviewed like Riker. He has relationships with it, and that's part of the problem. These people don't want to lose them by talking shit about their dumb shows. But yeah, so the people, but even he was like, yeah, they write those articles because they get clicks.
But yeah, but I mean, you're right, but like,
so that's what kept it going, basically.
But it's like algorithms. So like, okay, so every day I look at Google News because I'm trying to live without fucking Twitter, and like I don't know how anymore. I'm like an idiot out of some sort of like a halfway house, and I don't know how to live without Twitter. So, like, I look at Google News every day, and every fucking day I scroll down, and there's an entertainment section. And starting, like, a while ago, I clicked on a Strange New Worlds article and read it.
Yeah.
What did I get the next day? I got a new Strange World, and it's because 20,000 people in America probably clicked on that article from Google News. And they put a robot to write an article just for those next 20,000 clicks.
Yeah, so... You're having algorithm problems?
No. But we're just talking about...
No, we're talking about, like, what kept Discovery going for 5 seasons.
What kept Discovery going, and I think it was literally algorithms. Like, I don't think any actual viewing numbers kept it alive.
Yeah,
you don't think it could just be good old-fashioned sunk cost fallacy? You don't think...
That's what I do think, too.
Well,
too.
There's a lot of that. Yeah. But, like, the engagement metrics... for Star Trek online were really good. People clicked on the articles because of the algorithms broke them. Nobody liked the show, but they clicked. And Trekkies are reliable. Market. They will click. Yeah.
And
they'll click on watch your articles.
That's what I was saying. Yeah. I'd be the 20,000 people that clicked on the article about we still don't know. The article is we still don't know the date that the season 3 of Strange New Worlds comes out.
Yeah.
But because I was half asleep, I clicked on it. Right. And so and I looked. I said, "Oh wait, I forgot. I don't give a fuck about this article," and moved back and but that counts. That counts. And I think that's how. And we talk about I'm talking about Star Trek just because I'm fucking obsessed with it right now. But it's what the same thing that's happening with the Russo brothers.
Oh yeah.
Like this Electric State movie is going to be the same problem. It's so algorithmically determined, and it might as well be AI at this point.
Yeah.
It might as well just be written by AI because it really is. Ever since I found that they cut movies.
Did you see it yet?
No. But I saw Red One, and that was in the vein of this, the Netflix movie. I think that's what they're calling it, the Netflix movie style.
Right.
And it's specifically written to be a movie to be watched while you're on your phone. And that's why they make them. They make them to cut them. And so, I've heard writers say that they were asked to dumb down a script because something played out visually, and they wanted it to play out auditorily, so that, in case someone missed it because they were doing the Wordle,
right?
Or reading, Elon Musk memes or whatever, and so. I don't know, man. I just think that's real, I think that's real annoying. And I think it is, it is, people eventually stop watching trash. They really do. Somebody hacked the,
I agree with that.
Yeah. Or they move on to new trash. They're not going to watch the same trash.
Well, but they get it's like a drug. You get resistant to it.
Yeah.
You get
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. You're like, wait, there's nothing to this. Good
old pattern recognition just kicks in.
Yeah.
You realize that this isn't entertainment to you. You really do become immune to it, and then you move on to something else. Yeah.
So that's
that's not good. I mean, these people, their whole they don't know actually how to build anything. All they know how to do is break stuff.
Yep.
And then try to cop it's the new status quo.
So they came out when the internet reached a threshold where there was it could carry content that didn't exist yet. And they were just on the ground floor of the first ideas. They had the first ideas, And so, and because of the way we financially incentivized, it was who's the guy that made Rocket to the Moon? Maisel, the first film director.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's why we're trying like hell to make stuff happen that's not taking the Vision Pro and any sort of VR.
Yeah.
It's so they'll have a place where people can get on the ground floor again.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what they think. They want these frontiers, but no one wants.
Right.
You can create wonderful things for our VR headset. No, fuck you. I don't want to,
Right.
And that's the way AI is too. AI seems so because it's kind of just an evolution of algorithmic software, so it can do the things that are just evolutions of algorithmic software really well. It's a tool. My coder friend talks about how he uses it and he doesn't feel like it stifles his creativity because he's just he's using it to do the things fast that would take a while.
I mean, for coding, that's I don't know how to code, so if I ever learned
you could do it.
I could ask
just menu plan you.
Yeah.
Or something arbitrary. Arbitrary
stuff they did in Star Trek anyway. Computer, make me a thing.
Right.
But they're not computer.
I mean, plan me a road trip with this place where I can stop and find something to do. Okay. And it's it's just doing the search for you. Okay, thanks.
Computer, think, what should I feel about this subject? But it's real. I think that there is now we're getting into real addict hours here. Where the fun part's over. The people that notice the pattern kind of get off of it. Or it's like smoking. We realize, this is all horribly awful for us.
Right.
Let's stop. And some people did it easy, and some people did it hard, and some people never did it and went down with a fight. And some people did it and never died. But in large numbers,
Keith Richards.
Yeah, in large numbers, everybody got.
Yeah. There's always going to be Keith Richards out there.
Yeah. There's I was thinking the Japanese man, just in general, it lives well into lives to about 90, and 60% smoking. So
right.
Yeah. So there is there's variations to this, but to some degree, I do think it's like an addiction, a traditional addiction, not like a edgy,
Right.
Like I do.
Not William S. Burroughs.
Yeah. I think to some degree, some days, all days are bad without the Twitter feed. You need the TikToks. We all have those days where we need a TikTok,
Right.
But I do, there is just in general, just a diminishing return too. You're not getting as high as you used to off of this stuff. So, and you're losing money now. So.
Oh yeah.
You mean I gotta leave the house to get food? So it's yeah. Wait, what's up?
Have you watched Enterprise? Or is that
no? But I'm I don't know.
I mean, you're going low enough to watch Discovery, but Enterprise is a notch above.
But yeah, no,
right,
I know.
He's watched Enterprise before, right?
Yeah. This is just about looking at. I'm not watching. I'm like I said, it's like something I do while I'm eating breakfast in the morning, because you got to put on something while I do the crossword or whatever, and so that's what I'm doing the crossword puzzle, and I have it, and then by the time my kids get up, I have to turn it off, and then for lunch I watch.
Finish what you started from breakfast. Okay.
Yeah, and so that's sort of what I've been doing. I don't know if I got the guts I don't even know if I got the guts to finish the season. I think I want to see Pike. Do we ever see the people I like? This Rebecca Romaine come back? She was in 5
after season 2.
No, in season 2. She's in 5 seconds of this show.
Oh, I think I don't know. They come back at the end of this season.
Okay. So I get to see the Star Trek, the Star people I like.
I mean, not enough to make up for the rest of it, but yes.
Yeah. It's real bad.
It's pretty bad.
And then if they go to the future, I don't know if I can give a shit, because I'm kind of watching it too to see what they do with canon.
Right.
I'm playing a little bit of canon attention. I feel bad.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
I want to I wish I could watch Picard on fast forward. Mm-hmm. Because there's Romulan shit, and I'm only interested in the Romulan shit, and so I kind of just want to watch it or maybe just skip to the 3rd season, the Grand People Holiday.
the 3rd season of Picard is
that's where all the old people. That's where all the old people come back. Yeah,
and the 2nd season is wretched. It's so bad. But I mean, if you want to watch bad TV and revel, if you want to just that's the only way to really actually get any enjoyment.
Don't people like the 3rd season?
The 3rd season of Picard, they do. Yeah. I mean, even the Red Letter Media guys like the 3rd
that's
season
because the creator sucked up to him. But
yeah, because he's smart.
Those videos got views. I didn't realize that they were getting 8 million views for each one of those videos they did for Picard.
Yeah,
way more people were watching Picard. Their reviews than were watching Picard.
Yeah,
the showrunner contact.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're kind of you're kind of if you get 8 million views, you're kind of stuck with it no matter how much you hate.
Yeah.
That's kind of like a gilded cage.
Yeah, they do. That's what do they call that now in internet? Audience capture, where you have to keep doing something you hate. You have to play Minecraft because that's the only reason people watch you, even though you're 50. Ryan's toy review. Ryan's 17 now.
Oh yeah, well,
and his parents still make him play with toys.
Right, you get on there, you fucking play some.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love playing the new Fortnite skins. You know, like I don't know, like
well, that's the thing. That's how you can tell when those YouTuber kids age out and they're not cute anymore. They just start playing Roblox all the time.
Yeah, and so it's
like,
oh my god, and
you don't see Ryan anymore. You might hear him.
No, you do see him, and like I think that's the thing is like these. That's where the grossness.
But nobody watches those. My kids
they don't
watch they watch the old ones, right?
Well, the parents have to like. I'm sure they have to like.
Well, they got to keep putting.
It's a business. They were making a lot of money.
They have to keep putting stuff out.
Yeah,
he was like in the fucking Macy's Day Parade like 3 years ago.
Yeah. So they made so much money, and they gotta like keep it up. They can't, like got staff and stuff. Ryan's got.
That's the thing. Like, I mean, you got to be you got to keep putting out new shit so that people will keep going back to the old shit and finding it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I mean, that's kind of where they're at. I think
that is true. Or you can just re-up old shit. That's probably one. They probably do a little bit of that too.
I'm sure they do that too. Yeah.
Clips episodes. Remember when Ryan was cute?
Yeah, right.
But yeah, like Picard, it's like the third season is just the old people are congregated together with an asshole captain, right?
The asshole captain's the best part, and they fuck it up because they make.
Yeah, everybody kind of loves the asshole captain, I think.
Yeah, he's great. Yeah.
All right. So,
and then they ruin it by making him not an asshole at the end. That's what pisses me off.
Does he look into his eyes and go, "I got you. We are friends, and will not. I will never." God damn, I hate this. I hate Discovery.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
much.
He goes, "Seven, you were the best of us all." I don't remember because he hates 7 and 9.
I just want you to know, I will never. Like, if I worked in a place where everybody just said their full emotions in that voice all the time, I would just fucking quit. I hate you people.
I'm out. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's the problem. Every time, because they feed, because eventually Discovery even figured it out in the last season, and Picard did too. Like, oh, people like the assholes. The people that's like, what the fuck, man? Let's just do our jobs, okay? And you're like, yeah, that's the guy I want to see. But then by the end of the season, they got to say, but you're right, guys. Being friends is better than getting shit done. Like, yeah. So
I learned through the power of friendship that.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Like, no, keep him an asshole. That's why we like him. You make him not an asshole, I don't like him anymore.
Yes,
they didn't get that memo.
It's very clear that the theme to season. I think that one of the critiques. I'm trying to remember watching season 1. We got some views, didn't we?
We got some.
I had somebody like listened to our podcast.
Yeah.
And. Like, because there's things that, like, they made changes in season 2. But it's, like, not this way. I didn't want it. One of the reasons was, like, I said, like, I remember complaining, like, I don't like this show because everybody hates each other. And so now in season 2, everyone is in love with each other. They don't just enjoy the company. They are looking each other deep in the eyes and saying their full emotions all the time. And it's weird. It's weird.
Yeah. That's not how humans behave.
Yeah.
Right. That's not how people behave.
You are my family.
Yes.
Well, I don't talk that way to my family, man. Come on.
And I think the theme of the season is have faith, like religious faith is the same as faith in each other. It's weird. It's the stupidest.
It's pretty bad, yeah.
It's like the valedictorian speech level of intelligence, and it's really just deflating. I don't know. It's really like not fun to watch. Even at a bad level, like it's not campy. It's not funny. It's just bad.
No, I mean, yeah. The enjoyment I got out of watching all of Discovery was being able to isolate just what
it's a unique.
It wasn't an emotional experience. It was like, why is this so bad? Why do I hate this so much? Okay,
it is uniquely bad. It makes you like question. It's bad in new ways, I think.
Yeah, and they find new ways to do it because they keep retooling the show, and they never can.
I'm trying to think of a show that sucks because it's overly earnest. And nothing comes to mind but this. Like, there's something about it.
I mean, I guess it's special in that way. Yeah,
it's so eager to please. I don't know. Like they kill a guy and they bring him back in a nonsense way. It was clearly just fan service. It was clearly just that. Like, and that's the same thing they did with Tasha Yar, but like it was cooler, and the story was like kind of made sense in a Star Trek kind of way, you know. This is just he goes into the spore world.
Oh yeah, that guy.
And pulls out his ex-lover.
Well,
in the spore world.
I think they Kurtzman said, "Okay, what do people like about Star Trek? They like that it's cozy. It's comfortable.
There's nothing about this show that's cozy. It's just
but they think, but then all these, so we're going to like, and they love the diversity, and like,
that they love that, you know, I can see that, and that's fine.
I love Idic too, but they're like, but then, and we're gonna lean into it, and we're gonna make it everybody feel. I don't know. I don't.
It's not, and I think the problem is like the thing that sucks is just like with a lot of stuff during this. Like I'm now because it's over. I'm going to define it the woke era. Like, is that there was these times where you get these like. You know, the first black female captain. It's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I can't pretend that's Angela, like, like a fucking, what's her name? Angela Bassett.
It was supposed to be Angela Bassett. That was the pitch.
Yeah, I can't pretend like that's her or fucking...
She's great. This person sucks.
I don't know, some other black actress. Like, you know, like some great... There's 1,000 great black actresses that could fucking do this shit. Alfre Woodard, fucking whoever. Young black actresses that are good. But there's something about, like, her and the way she's written and the way she acts... It's abrasive. It's abrasive. It's not interesting. It's not fun. And I don't like when she's talking, I wish she'd shut up.
Yeah.
And that's like the worst thing in the world. Like, you know, it's I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy who hates all women.
Right. I mean,
I'm not that guy who hates, like, I notice solid.
I had to hold my tongue because when I was podcasting all that shit. Mm-hmm. And I was like, people were talking about what they liked about it, and people talked about how much they liked her, and I'm like, oh, I'm just like, look, maybe it's me, maybe I'm the problem, because like I hate this, but like like I had to hold my tongue. It's like, all right, well, like I don't really like the actor, but maybe people see something in it, and it's like, and then there were times where I gave her, okay, well, there you go, but yeah, no, she's not good,
and it's kind of weird because it's like she's so bland.
Yeah.
And then they put her next to Spock, a historically bland character. You know, complex and rich, but he's not, you're not getting a lot of emotion out of it. He puts him next to Spock and she's worse, like somehow. Like she's like he's like written with more engagement than her.
Well, that's part of the like failure of like the writing. Like they wrote Spock's sister
to be like her,
and they didn't write her as Sybok as being an emotional person. The writing was like, oh, she was trained as a Vulcan, and then they can't then shut that shit down. Tell the actor to tamp it down, to put because that tension of her having the emotions and holding them in would be how you make that character interesting.
Yeah.
But they can't do it. And
yeah, she's the
and the Spock that gets sucks too on the show. He's better on Strange New Worlds, but I still don't like that guy.
he's rose to the level of nothing. I nothing him.
Yeah. It took a while. Yeah, I hated him for a while. Then by the second,
he rose to the level in Strange New Worlds of I nothing him. I tolerate Spock scenes. To get to get to Rebecca Romaine scenes. I like the security girl too. I like her, and I like Pike.
Yeah.
I like his shitty girlfriend that he should dump.
You're right.
I guess he does. He spent the rest of his life in a Telosian sex mind prison. So he's Dance Without Orion girl from The Cage.
Right.
Yeah. So anyway, I don't know. I don't have anything I've just been.
All right, I gotta go.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
Later.